Hello, so it's day 13 of my 362 days of a video a day, and I wanted to talk to you about why it's not advisable that when you when there is a challenge, whether in your personal life, at work, uh, maybe in the family, in the society even, it's not advisable that you only complain, that you only blame, that you only point out what is wrong and do absolutely nothing to find a solution or to be part of the solution. And I got this understanding when I was reading the book of Genesis, about Joseph's story when he was presented to Pharaoh so that he can interpret his dreams. And when he did that, oh, Sushi, the office dog, I don't know why he's barking when the person who got inside is someone he literally knows. Anyways, but I learned that it's very important. Yes, I was talking about the fact that I learned this from Joseph as he had finished to interpret the dream for Pharaoh, and he didn't just end there. And he offered a suggestion, a solution on how to deal with the years of famine, the 7 years of famine. And then, after he had offered that suggestion, Pharaoh goes on and says, where else can we find a man who is spirit filled, who is filled with the Spirit of God, to implement what you just said? If not you, I am just paraphrasing. And maybe and the easiest example that comes to mind is in the office setting. There is a problem, there is a challenge. Instead of always complaining, I believe it's better that you understand, okay, there is a problem, there is a challenge. How can I be part of the solution to make this challenge go away, to help deal with this? So most of us resort to complaining, blaming, especially at the management, but we rarely choose to be part of the solution. And the very few people who know the secret volunteer themselves to share what they believe could be done to deal with the solution. And when they are picked for a promotion, for a role, most people complain like, oh, they are acting like they know it all and all that. But just imagine Joseph interpreting the dream, posing, explaining that there is a challenge coming ahead, and him suggesting what should be done to deal with the famine, and then Pharaoh seeing he's the right man for the job. And I want you to connect that with the workplace culture. Who do you think will be selected to be part of the solution, to take on a role, to implement whatever has been suggested? The person who suggested it in the meeting, or you who has been blaming, complaining, and always um, playing victim? Instead of seeking to work in a place that is perfect, how about being part of the solution and assuring yourself that you have done everything that you can do to do better in your place of work, but it just doesn't work? Instead of just going for the whole complaining, blaming, because guess what? This also leads to the victim mentality, to adapting the victim mentality where you just complain, you see yourself as the victim. You don't see how you can play a part to make things better. Instead, you're waiting for other people to make it better for you. So that is why I believe see the challenge, suggest how it can be addressed, and guess what? Things will get better. If it so happens you've done your part, but they, meaning the management, for example, based on the example that I've given, don't do anything about it, then it's not up to you. You've done your best, okay? But always complaining and blaming, that's not something that I would advise anyone to do, based on what I learned from the book of Genesis when Joseph explained that the challenge was 7 years of extreme famine coming in Egypt, and how to deal with those with the challenge of famine. So yeah, guess that's the wisdom that I have for you today. Okay, thank you once again for being part of my journey. Can't wait to see myself in day 50. And please like, subscribe to my channel. Please share this with someone who you believe will benefit from this. And remember that Jesus Christ loves you. Take care and bye.